Hey guys, it's Alexandra from On Rockwood Lane. We've made it to the end of our alphabet and I'm showing you today how to make the letter Z with perler beads. This letter measures about 2.5 inches wide by 3 5/8 inches tall. I'm using a square grid for mine. This is the kind with the puzzle pieces so you can interlock them. And this one measures 5 3/4 inches wide. You're going to need 161 beads in total. I'm using a mint green today. You'll also need some tweezers, parchment paper, and an iron so you can fuse your beads together. If you want to follow along, I will link the chart in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with 7 vertical beads here on the left side. I'm going to work to the right now, so there are 3 beads in total here. Then I'll work up, so there are 3 beads in total. Then we'll work to the right, so there are 3 beads in total. Then I'll work up, so there are 3 beads in total again. And this is going to be the center of the Z, so we're going to work to the right now, so there are 4 beads horizontally. Then I'll work up, so there are 3 beads in total. To the right, so there are 3 beads in total. And then we'll work up, so there are 4 beads in total. We're going to work horizontally to the left, so there are 10 beads in total. You're going to see that this 10th bead here lines up with the bottom left side that we started. We'll work up, so there are 4 beads in total. And now I'm going to work horizontally here to the right on both the top and the bottom, and there's going to be 13 beads each. And now I'm going to work down from this top bead so that there are 6 beads there. I'm going to work in now to the left so that this line connects to the left side. Then I'll work 2 beads down, so there'll be 3 beads in total there. Then I'll work again, 2 beads to the left, it'll connect to the left side. And I'll work 2 beads down, so there'll technically be 4 beads vertically there. I'm going to work 2 beads to the left. There'll be 3 beads horizontally here. Then I'll work 2 beads down here. It will end up being 4 beads vertically. I'm going to work 4 beads over, it's going to connect to the left side. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it is pouring outside my window right now. I absolutely love the sound. It is my favorite type of weather. I'll check later when I am editing this to see if it's there. I hope it's not too loud. Do you guys like the rain? Drop me a line below and let me know. From this last bead I worked here, I'm going to place 3 below it. There will be 5 vertically in total. Going back to the bottom line that I worked over on the right side, I'm going to work up. So there are 5 beads in total there. And then I'm just going to work horizontally here to bridge these 2 beads together. Alright, the outline for our letter Z is done. Next step is going to be to fill it in. And that's it. Our letter Z is all set. Next step is going to be to grab some parchment paper and iron the beads. I'll be showing you this step with my letter E. Alright, so when I do the ironing, I like to do it on my washing machine. I have this mat that I put down when I iron. It has magnets there so it sticks. I know it's not going to fall off. And it's a good surface to iron on. I have the plastic grid here with my letter and some parchment paper. The side that's the most waxy, I'm going to put it face down on top of my letter. And you can reuse the same piece of parchment paper over and over again, so it's not a big investment there. My iron has 1 through 6 on it, depending on the type of fabric that you're ironing. The instructions for perler beads say medium heat. I did try it at medium level and it was taking way too long to fuse my beads, and then they were fusing unevenly, so I actually just put it up at the max level, which is 6, and it works within the time that it's supposed to. It's about 15 to 20 seconds. So I have the parchment paper there, and I'm just going to place my iron on and work in a circular motion. Make sure that as you're working you get the corners and the edges, because those sometimes take a little bit longer to fuse together. And then you'll be able to check it by just moving your parchment paper. It should peel right up. If you have any beads that are sticking to your parchment paper, carefully put it back down and iron over that section again. Once you've peeled back your paper and you're satisfied with the fusing here, then you'll want to flip it over. Be careful when grabbing the letter because it's going to be very warm, so either let it sit for a moment so it can cool off and then you can pick it up, or I just take my grid and flip it over. And then you can put the grid on the side and you're going to fuse the back the same exact way that you did the front. So you'll just take your parchment paper, place it over it, and iron in that circular motion again. This is super important to have a surface that is okay to be ironed on. In about 15 to 20 seconds of ironing, you'll be able to go ahead and peel up your paper and the back side will be fused together as well. Be careful when touching it because it's still going to be warm or hot. So you might want to just let it cool for a moment before you flip it back over and move it to wherever you're going to let it cool. And if there's any spots that you're not happy with the way they look or you want them to be a little bit more fused together, then just place your parchment paper back on top and iron it a little bit more in that section. Just be careful because the longer that you iron it, the smaller the holes are going to close up. It doesn't take very long for it to cool down, and then as it cools, it becomes more sturdy. So you can actually use it in projects or string it up if you want to use it as an ornament or maybe a name tag for a gift. Guys, thanks so much for watching my video. You'll find the chart for it linked in the description box below. Please smash that like button and hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.